So the TikTok app crashed. I crashed out on the couch last night, but not scrolling TikTok. I was just watching Meet the Fockers. This is literally what I looked like last night. I didn't wash my face, didn't brush my teeth either. I just fell asleep. So I just felt called and talk to my camera. I think I need some chapstick at least. I'm seeing everybody on the internet go crazy. Let me just put on my crusty elbow too. I miss those OG YouTubers, Jenna Marbles, Emma Chamberlain. She was just my favorite because she was so real. Like, she would burp, fart on the camera. She would just say anything that came to mind. And I just wish that social media was more like that. Like, going on Reels and I was just scrolling and scrolling, and everything on Instagram Reels is so curated, right? Because it has to be, you know, it's like your portfolio, it's your business. I kind of just want a platform where I can just be myself and talk to the camera. This is going to be a space where I just shoot the shit. We're just talking. I'll talk about some topics. Some will be deep, dark, or, you know, I'll bring some lightness into it, some levity. But I'm just missing those creators where you go to their channel and you're like, yes, it's like a FaceTiming a friend. I just want some real ass bitch. It's too much of the fake stuff going on. I always hated the term influencers. Something about it, like even back in the day when even I had a friend being like, no, say you're an influencer, it would literally make me cringe. It just feels so fake and forced. So I don't know what to call myself, but I'm just me. Hi, I'm your internet friend. Because you know what? Sometimes when I would go through a deep bout of depression, when I was going through shit, I would turn on comedy on TV, like stand-up comedy. And I just wanted to watch somebody that said relatable shit or funny shit that I'd be like, oh, you're just getting my mind off of it. I used to be that person on Instagram. I didn't even recognize myself. I had, you know, I was surrounded by these girls that always had to dress a certain way and be sexy and be hot, depict ourselves in a certain way. And once I saw that, I was like, okay, like, yeah, that's cool. That's what I should be doing for sure. And it just was the whole, like, it wasn't me. That was the whole wrong idea of everything. But as I'm growing, as I'm learning, is my titty out? I felt a breeze. No. Just realizing, you know what? I'm good. I'm good in who I am. I don't need to give a shit about anybody else's opinion. And that's all I cared about. And it gave me so much anxiety. And it's even heavy to talk about now because what is life when you care so much about what other people think? It sucks. And it's not living. You're not living for yourself. You're literally living for somebody else. But this is me just talking. And hopefully if you come across me, you're just gonna get to know me and be like, okay, cool. I like her vibe. I like what she has to say. I just had like a revelation. I feel like I'm getting emotional because I'm finally putting myself out there in the way that I've always wanted. And it's finally happening. I've always wanted to do YouTube, and I've always been like, well, what the fuck am I gonna talk about? And my ADHD is so bad that I feel like I cannot have a concise thought, and then I'm all over the place, and who's gonna want to watch me? Because it's gonna be hard to follow along. It's just daunting, the thought of going from, like, I have 43 subscribers right now. You know? And the thought of having to put in so much work is hard to grasp. And the thought of it possibly not working out, but then I look at it and it's like, well, what if it does work out? What if it does? And I believe it actually will. I don't know how many viewers or people I'm gonna get. If you're just starting out like me and you're like, girl, I'm with you. I got like 5 subscribers. What am I doing? But guess what? We're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep going because there's so many people on this planet. Somebody has to relate to us. And maybe if you're watching me, you relate to me. And maybe if I check your channel, you're relating. You know, it goes around. And there's so many people on this earth and so many people are doing it. Then it's like, why can't we? And then have you ever seen people that are influencers and they're actually a shitty person in real life, but everybody loves them online? And it's just like, okay, well, I know who you are as a person. And this is like, I know multiple people like this. Like, after multiple, what? Like a handful? Like like 2 hands? I know people that are big online and they're just like a rotten apple in person. You're just fake and nobody will know it. unless, you know, they really see your stuff and they're like an empath like me and they're like you who's watching this, and they could just really see through the bullshit. When I'm scrolling on Instagram and TikTok, I can just sniff out some people's bullshit from behind the screen, and I think that's what makes me not like the term influencer, because I know that you're just bullshitting me. I was on TikTok the other day, and then, you know, when everybody's talking about, since TikTok's ending, here's a secret that I'm gonna expose. And the amount I didn't even know all these people, but then I was like putting two and two together by what they were saying, and I went to their profile and I was like, oh, this girl, by the way, I never really ate all the food. Person doing like mukbangs or whatever. And everybody's just so fake. And that's why I want to do YouTube, because, well, I'm doing it right now. I feel like you can just catch a vibe from long form content. And also at the same time, there are some people that do long form stuff and they're still full of shit. So it just feels inauthentic. Don't resonate with it. I've always been creative, and I've always been very, 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 very sensitive. I used to think that was a weakness, like a huge weakness. I also didn't know how to harness it in the correct way, because when I was younger, it was like the anxious, nervous, sensitive kind of person, and now I'm just sensitive and deep, I would like to say, and that I really, this might sound crazy to the people who doesn't make sense to, but I feel like I can just look at somebody and feel what they're feeling, especially if I'm connected to them. If I'm looking at somebody's facial expressions and just the way that they're saying like certain words, I feel like I know the hidden meaning behind what they're trying to say. I just know. So, you know, sometimes I'm wrong, but I have a good sense in things. My sixth sense tingles, if you want to call it that, which helps me deciphering the path that I want to go in life. I just know I want it to be surrounded by talking to people, uncovering their story, going deeper into mine, resonating with someone and their traumas and their past and how they grew up or how they see life, and either, you know, giving a similarity of my own life to theirs or just understanding where they're coming from. So I don't know exactly where I'm going with this channel, but one day I want to use, and I think everybody has a little superpower, I want to use my little superpower for good, you know, and just do something. I'm in this world, and you are in this world to do something. Hope that I could fully develop my gift and serve out my purpose. Just feel like there needs to be some real ass bitch creators or people. Can we just call them people? Just some people that you find on the internet and that you can have similarities to, or even if you have differences, you find it interesting and intriguing and you've never heard of that before and you'd like to hear more. Let's have a new generation of people that we can watch. Not somebody on a hierarchy and influencers. It just sounds like it's on a different wave than everybody else. I don't want to be above anyone else. I used to think, truthfully, that I was above other people. I used to be very cocky. I'm confident. I'm not cocky though anymore. I used to think I was better than other people. I used to want to be better than other people, but that stemmed from insecurities. Of course, everything, you know, any bad qualities will always stem from insecurities or stem from trauma or stem from something that made that person's characteristics go south in some capacity. So, I know my truth. If you know me already, then you actually don't know me now. So, get to know me, and you can call me Vic, not Victoria. If you want to call me Victoria, that's fine, but just call me Vic. Hi, I'm Vic. Nice to meet you. I'm a new person in your life. I'm a new friend. So, closing out, Vic Vitality out. For now. Oh my god. My leg is dead. I should shower. My pit smells like shit. I need to shower. I need lymphatic drainage. I need to jump on a trampoline because I need to detox.